We'll head to the West Coast. The Vancouver Canucks. This was a fascinating one. It's the only spot where two names were allowed. Two players, same face. Same face.
That's right.
The Sedin twins are your face of the franchise in Vancouver, picking up 53% of the vote. However, Craig, you and I, we both had Pavel Bure. We both had the Russian Rocket. Johnny, you had the Sedins.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was allowed, but apparently it is, and I guess you weren't alone here because a lot of voters agreed with you. Why did you go with the Sedins over a guy like Pavel Bure or others?
You said it's one singular face. I didn't have to pick two faces. One face does the trick for all of them. I think because of how long they played there, they're so synonymous together. They were the best team in the league for about 4 years. They got to the one Stanley Cup final, and they were the Canucks. They were that franchise. They were how they played, how they behaved, all of it, and they did it for so long. And I think that was the real point of determination between me and Bure. Bure wasn't there long enough. And Bure had great moments elsewhere, whereas the Sedins, they were Canucks start to finish, and they were great the whole time.
Can I change my vote?
I guess if you want to.
Well, no, I mean, Pav was an unbelievable player,
Yes.
and he excited the whole fan base there. But, you know, when you start to think about Henrik and Daniel and the longevity, and it is one face.
It is one face, so I guess technically you're not wrong there. But Pavel Bure, I mean, the goal scoring, the Russian Rocket, when he arrived, the buzz that came with it.
I can still watch a YouTube clip of his first couple games.
The
It's
best.
like 10 minutes, and he's got 17 breakaways.
The best.
It's like
breakaways.
He was tough, too.
And
like
he would
dish it out. Oh, yeah,
he would dish it out. Oh,
he
Come
did.
get some if you want some, Pavel Bure.
He didn't look over his shoulder for somebody to come in and fight his fights. He dealt with it.
Absolutely. All right, let's do a deeper dive here as we bring in our Canucks reporter, Farhan Lalji. Farhan, Pavel Bure finished second, but Trevor Linden, Marcus Naslund, and Tiger Williams all picked up votes as well. Farhan, who earned your vote?
Well, I would not want to be the person that tried to argue against the Sedin twins, but I took a more traditional path with a single player, and because I couldn't choose between the twins, I'm going to go with Trevor Linden, who came here as an 18-year-old, and really his career was synonymous with the Canucks. But mainly, when you look at the 1994 Canuck run that got to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final and what happened in 2011, I think the 94 group is a little more beloved in Vancouver because that group came out of nowhere, whereas greatness was expected from the 2011 team. All three men played a similar number of NHL games. Linden had more than 200 of his outside of a Canuck uniform, but even when he was not a Canuck, when he was captain of the Habs, people paid attention to what he did, and then he eventually worked his way back into the organization on the ice, and then eventually as president, and began a rebuild, which he wasn't allowed to see through. But for a number of reasons, I think Trevor Linden is my face of the franchise.
All right, thank you, Farhan. So again, the Sedin twins, the face of the franchise in Vancouver.